What it do, what it do, what it do? Welcome back to the channel, baby.
Yeah.
What it do, what it do, what it do, Half and J family. Welcome back to the channel, baby.
Yes.
It's your boy Half.
And girl J.
And we back with another reaction video. All right, y'all, so we back in the building. I know y'all see that thumbnail right there. Y'all know who that is, right?
You guys.
Oh, tell them who that is, though. You know what I'm saying? In case they missed it last time, though.
You say.
What's the cartoon called again? Courage the Coward Dog?
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
The Cowardly Dog.
Oh,
Now, y'all know
guys.
that man looked like that dog. Am I
Like
lying?
the-
I mean,
the older
yeah, the older
man.
guy. Yeah, the older guy. Look like the older guy. Y'all know I'm not lying. Go ahead and take a look at him. Take a real good look at him. Okay. Y'all leave the comment down below. Let me know if I'm just exaggerating. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, let them know who we're gonna react to today.
Candace Owens. And it.
And the commentary is?
She unloads on Congress at hearing.
On the balance plan. Well, anyway, let's get into this reaction, man. But before we do, everybody that's out there who have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
Turn your post notifications on.
Yes.
Like and share this video.
Yes.
And comment down below, baby. Man, come and join the squad, Half and J. We over here kicking off. What? Good vibes, baby. Good vibes. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was a grand finale. Let's get it.
Thank you, Chairman, for the opportunity to testify. I want to testify just as a Black American today, and I want to first start off by saying that white supremacy is indeed real, but despite the media's obsessive coverage of it, it represents an isolated, uncoordinated, and fringe occurrence within America. It's a fringe occurrence that is being used, in my opinion, by Democrats to scare Americans into giving up their votes to a party that can no longer win based on simple ideas, which is why we're seeing so many of these hearings back to back, despite other threats that are facing this nation. I want to reiterate that point. White supremacy is real, just as racism is real, but neither of these ideologies are real in this room. They have become mechanisms for the left to continue to call these hearings and to distract from much bigger issues that are facing this country and which threaten minorities. Much bigger issues that they are responsible for. White nationalism sounds a lot better as a threat than father absence. When are we going to call a hearing on the 74% of single motherhood rate in Black America today? My guess is probably never. Since Democrats are the author of that epidemic, which leaves us, Black Americans, 20 times more likely to end up in prison, 9 times more likely to drop out of high school, and 5 times more likely to lead a life in poverty and to commit crime. White nationalism also sounds a lot better than illiteracy rates. I'm assuming we're never going to call a hearing on that, which is a real epidemic that is facing Black Americans and minority Americans today. An epidemic which, by the way, has a lot closer of a tie to our nation's history of white supremacy. Slave codes in the early 19th century made it illegal for Black Americans to learn to read. Why? Because if slaves could read, they could access information. I don't believe that much has changed. On the most recent National Assessment of Educational Progress, just 17% of Black students scored proficient in reading at a 12th grade level. Wow. 83% of Blacks in America were not found proficient in reading at a 12th grade level. Are we going to have a hearing on that? Probably not. White nationalism also sounds a lot better than abortion as a threat, which has resulted in the slaughter of 18 million Black Americans since 1973 and points to a bigger crisis, which is the fact that the Black population growth has stagnated in this country. The crisis that in major cities like in New York, we have more Black babies that are being aborted than born alive. If we're talking about preserving lives and we're talking about white supremacy, we should probably have a conversation about that. But today, in this room, we're going to see Democrats try to connect the dots to white supremacy and the internet. So the question is why? So that people who have absolutely nothing to do with propagating white supremacy are censored, silenced, and controlled. What they are actually after is our permission to censor and silence and control any dissenting voices that go against the mainstream narrative that they wish to propagate. To give a glimpse into just how absurd and expansive the definition of white supremacy has become, I offer to the community that I have been libeled and smeared by Democrat media cohorts as someone who supports white supremacy. You need but look at me to determine that that just isn't true. Why? Because I routinely say, Black people don't have to be Democrats. I am now considered somebody that is radicalizing people on the internet. What a radical idea. Black people waking up to the abuses and the Democrat Party, which has been instigated upon Black America over the last 60 years. There have been sincere attempts, just so everybody knows, to censor me on social media because I am radical. YouTube once censored me for criticizing Black Lives Matter. They reversed the censorship and they apologized and they called it a mistake. Facebook once censored me for calling out liberal supremacy.
Wow.
Censorship is real.
YouTube actually reached out and apologized to her, though? And reversed it? Wow. Normally, big corporations don't do stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they called it a mistake. Facebook once censored me for calling out liberal supremacy as a threat facing Black America. What I said specifically was that in any community where liberal policies reign supreme, you will find that Black America is hurting. I stand by that assessment. Facebook reversed my censorship, apologized, and claimed it was a mistake. Of course, I'm fortunate that I have a big enough platform that when I get branded something extreme, I can reverse it, but the majority of Americans don't have that platform. The majority of Americans with dissenting opinions are silenced forever. Many words which have once held very serious meanings have come to take on a different definition over the last couple of years, as Democrats have desperately tried to grapple with the fact that they are no longer able to manipulate Americans with broad claims and broad strokes of racism, sexism, misogyny, and the like. Words like racism, which today most nearly means anything or anyone that disagrees with a liberal, and terms like white nationalism, which today and in this room and upon this floor most nearly means that it's election time, America. It's time for the left to do what they do best. Divide, distract, and hope to keep their most important voting bloc to their party, which is Black Americans, angry and emotional and reactive enough to keep voting for the same party that has systematically destroyed our families, sent our men to prison, and deferred all of our dreams. I would close out by telling you that this is not going to work. America, and more importantly, Black America, is waking up to the ploy. The bad acting, the faux concern, these hearings, it's not going to stop Black America from breaking the chains of victimhood, and it's certainly not going to stop me from being one of the loudest voices against it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for your testimony. Dr. Ballou, let me start with you. I'm going to recognize myself for 5 minutes. In your prepared testimony, you stated that the perpetrators of white supremacist violence in a lot of the recent episodes are often portrayed as bad apples or mentally ill or so on. And this gets us to a very difficult problem. I'm thinking about two relatively analogous episodes. One is of Omar Mateen, who was an admirer or a follower of ISIS, but he wasn't a member of ISIS, and apparently he'd had no contact with them that anybody could determine. He hadn't been trained by them, he hadn't plotted with them, but he followed them online, and then he went to the nightclub, the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, and assassinated 49 people. Then the terrorist who killed 11 people at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh, he also radicalized on the internet as essentially a follower of different white supremacist groups. But I don't think he was a member of any of those groups. I don't think he was trained by any of those groups. And so, and we're far more inclined to describe someone like that as...
So he was trying to make a point about white supremacy, I guess, just now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Damn, it was getting good.
Right. It cut so short.
Right, yeah. So what you think about it, though? You think she's on point?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, she on point. She know what she's talking about, though. You know, and, you know, what I got from it is basically they're so concerned about things that's not as important as there are things that are important. You know what I mean? To be talked about when they come up to the committee and stuff like that, like she was saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're worried about you know, other things besides the things that's really
Basically blaming white supremacy for black people's downfalls, pretty much.
right.
Which
Like I'm saying, which
has nothing to do with
absent fathers and
right.
you know, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. Like
Right.
they feel like something that's more important than the actual problem at hand.
Right.
Like we can fix this problem, and that's going to fix everything as far as the minorities. You know, where they're raised and the outcome when they get to adult levels and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have a mom and dad in the same household, it's statistics show that kids, you know, turn out to be more successful. You know what I'm saying? When they have both parents inside the household. You know what I mean? Things like that. So, but anyway.
And then it just make you wonder, like, why are majority? I don't even want to say it. I'm not even gonna mention it.
Why?
I'm not even gonna say it
Why?
because I'll mention it in another video.
All right. So anyway, y'all go ahead and leave the comments down below. Let us know what you guys think about it.
Yes.
And we'll come back and join us for some more reactions. And let's get to some shout outs.
Okay. First shout out goes to Brian Woodbridge. What's up, Brian Woodbridge? I'm sorry.
What's going on, Brian Woodbridge? Would it be a bridge or would it be a... Oh, I don't know. But anyway, shout out to you, though, Brian. Let us know what your thoughts is about that. Candace Owens going off on the Congress at the hearing. Leave your comments down below. Come back and join us for some more.
Yes. And second shout out goes to Stephen Santa. Is it crochet or
Santa Cruz? Santa Cruz? Yeah. Santa Crochet. That's what we're going to say.
crochet?
Steven Santa Crochet. Shout out to you. If we're saying it wrong, definitely forgive us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, some of y'all
Please
names
forgive
be
us, yes.
real tough, though, boy. Real tough. But anyway, thank you for coming in and joining us.
Yes.
Definitely appreciate everybody out there, man. We love you guys.
Yes, we do.
You know, and come back and join us for some more
Come back.
legendary.
Legendary. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. It's the guy with the beard, half.
And the
It's the
girl.
girl with the J with the braids.
Oh my goodness.
You
You
know what I'm
just make up
saying?
stuff.
We out this thing, though.
Yes.
Peace.